Urge everybody to watch on Akai's stream. Let me edit that.
So the general idea that we're trying to do is we'll be talking with each other and with the chat in between leagues, and when we're playing, we'll want to turn it off so that you guys here just follow each person's stream that you would prefer to. Blurry M is streaming the Vanessa player, and then Chai will be streaming his. If you want to see from the Leon perspective, or you want to see my pie, then you can watch it. But I'm on a losing streak right now, so.
So I do love I do love the multiple perspectives, but right now we're prioritizing you in the podcasting, so it's good. And I think Blurring's also got a stream going on usually, and it's always good to see everyone's like progress in these and what they're all working on. So I really like it. I think after the first league we're gonna do the first main topic, but right now we'll just kind of do this open chat. But it's fun to see. On the stream, I'm probably watching on a delay feed, but I see that there's numbers versus blurring right now, and blurring's been improving a lot. It's hard to feel it when you're developing, but they improve every single week that I've watched them in the league. There are adjustments that they make a little better. It all adds up to quite a bit of improvement each time.
So I haven't actually promoted the stats and stuff, but I have been keeping track of everyone's matches and their win record and stuff. I could tell from Blurring's record so far that it's getting much closer to matches between players for him versus when he started off earlier. And that was one
really
of the
good.
ideas was trying to keep the stats and stuff so that use it to be a positive way to reinforce that even though sometimes you might not get the wins, you are showing improvement.
Yeah, no, for sure. A lot more 4 and 5 round matches with the really experienced players, but then also very strong performance against players that are in the same peer group. In a very similar
Thanks for joining.
He's really developing awareness.
I'm shocked at you.
And it is going to be really good to have Shite Fighter back. Shite's been playing Elden Ring, so they took a hiatus from VF. VF is a game where it's perfectly fine and good to take a hiatus every now and then,
A lot of players took a hiatus from when the Elden Ring dropped.
Most people were absorbed in the Elden Ring, and I'm happy about that because Elden Ring is an amazing game, and I'm a big fan of Miyazaki-san, the producer and designer of the games, of the Soulsborne games. Has a deep history with From Software, but it sounds like there's a lot of exciting new projects at From. So yeah, but yeah, Elden Ring. Definitely a lot of players went off to play that. So
let's see. Hey,
thanks for joining, Kyle Versatile.
All right, really quick update again. A reminder to people watching my stream and watching your stream. I am not playing in the first league event. So on my VF, you're gonna see mostly VF TV, just because right now I had a PS4 crash, and I've got a really large extended storage hard drive, and because of that, my PlayStation needs to basically make sure everything is in sync. When it does that, VF will play really slow, and so I'm not going to push it. VF TV will play fine, but actual VF will play slow. So that's why I'm skipping out on the first league match today. But Akai, thanks a lot for doing these league matches. The league matches have been so much fun. They've been an awesome way to get a lot of variety of play in a really short time.
Thanks for joining, Bernard. We got Crazy Drunk in the room now.
Oh my gosh, we got Crazy Drunk.
Our first legitimate Nova Lord in the North America region.
Yeah. Well, Crazy Drunk is, I mean, he's not underrated anymore, but I would say like 10 years ago, he was like best kept secret of the West Coast. You know,
He has
he was
improved a lot.
already really strong. He's regular sparring partner of Cobratron and Renzo and even Dennis 201, you know. And he will play anybody, and he'll play on any connection. He doesn't like bad connections, I know that personally, but he's a guy who just loves playing VF, and so I've seen him, you know, win tournaments with like the worst connection, you know, and I see him win tournaments offline and with the best connection. Soft-spoken player, but amazing player.
Yeah, I met him offline when we were promoting a Final Showdown, and before it was officially released. And it's a very nice guy, and he definitely improved a lot, way better than me now. Like I used to win a couple matches back 10 years ago, but now I can't. So.
Yeah, Crazy Drunk and I play almost every year before COVID because almost every year I go to his region because my sister lives in that area, and so we will play, and so I will always make like a day or two for VF on those trips, and so Crazy Drunk and I have been playing a lot, but every year. But I'd say, you know, 10 years ago, him and I were really back and forth a lot. Lots of back and forth matches. We still sometimes have that, but he's clearly stronger. And then especially, I think it was 2020 when him and Team Strike first went to Japan. Renzo went there too, and they went to play in the EVO Japan. And I think since then, like, he played a lot with the Japanese, and he is always, this guy plays more VF than anybody. Like, I'm not joking about that. He might have been recently taking breaks because he plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh also, but his skill level, like last year, he was just blowing away so many people when we were playing on Parsec. So yeah, Crazy Drunk is on another level. He's one of the top players in America, hands down now. You know, and has been for a few years. So
That's true. I got to play against DK offline on Friday, and I think he's one of the more promising young players.
DK is really, really good. He definitely has the swagger and confidence, but he's really, really, really good. Like, he's legit.
It was fun. It was very fun playing. I told him give me 1 month to get better, so I could, you know, give him a little
keep
bit more
that up and good luck. Yeah, yeah. But well, yeah, definitely set that 1 month goal for DK. But DK is incredibly good. He knows he's a very smart player. You know, sometimes you can see his youth in conversation, but when it comes to his VF, he plays like a wise old man in VF.
There's a difference in generations, how we talk at times. Which, yeah, we were talking about that too. All right, 2 more matches, and then I'll start the first league. We got 8 people, so that's a nice size for our first league of the day.
Excellent. And it looks like this was a really good match between Shite and Blurring. Really nice. And Big Willie's in there. Big Willie is a really promising player too. I like a lot of what their Leon's doing. So I'm excited to see how they play today. I'm going to be watching out for those matches.
Yeah, he's also from St. Louis. I actually met him. I met him actually 10 years ago. We haven't got to play offline yet, but he's a nice person also. You know, just everybody getting older and schedule's busy. So it's good to see meet people again online.
Oh, it is, and actually, it brings up a really good point about community. Though we're going to talk about community later, but like something about VF. I mean, it's true for all gaming scenes, but especially VF has like a lot of introverts, and so like it sometimes like on VFDC or even Twitter or even Discord, sometimes it looks like I'm talking to air, but it's because my experience with offline events is how many lurkers there are, and people that are really playing VF and are playing really good VF, but are just more quiet. And then you go to do VF events, you set them up yourself, or like the sessions you do, and you run into those players, and they tell you, hey, thanks for writing that thing you did that time. Thanks for making this event. You know, they just don't want to post. They're just not vocal online, but they play and they're there. And VF has a lot of those. So.
Oh, that'd be awesome if you could make it Big Willie. I'll try to post up more information. But St. Louis might have its first VF tournament, so we'll see.
Man, this is an awesome room we've got going off to start off with for today. So Sunday's off to a good start, you know, and I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day last week.
Also, if you guys like league play, I know, and might not be the best time for some people to play on Sunday afternoons, but the Colorado VF group, Bushido, KDK Bushido, and I think Blaze, they do bi-weekly leagues on Tuesday nights. So if that's something you like to do, please try play in their league sessions at times. Also, for the South America group, I'm a little happy that they are doing a league, kind of using me as inspiration. So I take that as me helping contribute that. But Gray Fox does Open League and Beginners League on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and it looks like it's weekly. So it's nice to see VF in different parts of the world we play.
By the way, quick heads up to Kai Leversatile and Agadaya. Good to see you guys on my stream. You guys are welcome to watch on the Akai stream right now, but we're basically podcasting it. I'm sitting out the first round of the league just because my PS4 is doing its hard drive thing. Once it's done, I'll join the league for sure. I think those. It's awesome that we've got the more community league events now. In addition to iFix Machines, regular like weekly events, and Virtua Kazama and Fight Club Hub still do their thing. They've actually got a tournament today.
Tonight there's a tournament, bi-weekly tournament. So if you could play, go participate in it. It's been doing this for many years now, I think.
Yeah. And then again, Tuesdays with Colorado. Colorado group's been an amazing group. I told them, you know, they keep doing what they're doing now. Then in 2023, I think I'm ready to go to a gathering in Colorado, and I really would love to have an old school style VF gathering in Colorado. You know, I'd love one in New York as well, but I think a lot of the VF guys in New York, it's a little. They're a lot busier with their lives these days because it's life, you know? But maybe something happens next year. But I would love to see, like, a gathering in Colorado. But also, South America is an awesome story, too. So, they've always had a scene, but I think it's awesome that they're having more of a voice now, too. So we kind of get to talk about South America more as well.
I think even Aoki mentioned that a lot of people download from Brazil.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Well, Brazil's always an interesting thing in all of gaming for over 20 years, actually. There's a lot of gamers in Brazil, but you know, Brazil's a very diverse country with a very diverse economically too, for better or worse. But there's always been a lot of gaming there, but online has always had challenges because of the because usually I think rollback is helping to address that issue. Obviously, VF doesn't have rollback, but games that have rollback have been seeing interesting activity between South America and the rest of the world.
Let's see. We're in the end of May. Sega's official Challenge Cup series continues. Be the qualifiers this time. All 16 of them will be determined at the end of May. And then at the end of... go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. I was just going to say I'm excited for it. Keep it up.
And then they will have the finals at the end of
will be offline like TV.
It's a 5 versus 5 team tournament in which most of the players will make teams based on just the same character. It's a really fun event. So if you've never seen it before, go watch it. Let's see, what else was there? Combo Breaker in 2 weeks. It's supposed to be like actually quite a bit of people actually sign up for that. At least 29 people. So if you're in the North America region, tune into that event.
All right, good news. I'm able to join, but if I feel a problem, I'll let you know right before it starts.
Okay.
But
this is
the hard drive indicator is no longer showing up on my PlayStation menu.
awesome.
So
I think.
I don't know if
I'm
you've
gonna
ever experienced it. So
I have not, but I'm going to start the league now.
today's 15th, so 0515 is the room passcode. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you just joined. That's 9 people. That's good. I'm going to start now.
Everybody's gonna get a buy now. So
So
gonna be a
hopefully
buy
everyone
round.
enjoy. Yeah, I'm going to be posting things around. So I'll start to continue chat once the league is over again.
Okay.
Let's see if that works.
It might mess you up too much if I do stream commentary, right? So
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just going
I-
to disconnect and see if I could do it correctly.
okay, no problem. Yeah, just send me another invite when it's at the end of the league, I guess.
Okay.
Or we can do mute mic. I think mute mic works.
We'll figure out who we need it today.
Yeah. Figuring this out. Okay. Stream, if you can hear me, let me know. I've muted myself on the party chat. And so by muting myself on the party chat, then Akai shouldn't have to hear me on the stream. But if you can hear me on the Chanchai stream, please let me know. Alright, we've got Crazy Drunk versus Akai. Favorite would be Crazy Drunk, but never count Akai out. Crazy Drunk again, one of the strongest players in America. So let me check to see if I can hear myself chat. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. We are good on that. Good. Okay, so today we're doing league. We're also doing kind of a mixed podcasting format. In between each of the league sessions, when we're doing during the warm-ups, Akai and I are going to chat about VF topics of the week. And we'll see where it goes from there. But I think it works out pretty well, and I think Akai and I are figuring out our rhythm. Normally, I talk a little too much, so it's good that I'm right now trying to work on my pacing, so that and Akai definitely has things that they want to talk about, so I need to make sure that I make room and allow them to speak. And then I think that creates a pretty good rhythm between us. So I'm mostly going to be supplementing what Akai's talking about on the topic. And but I do recommend you can send questions on either. I'm reading Akai's chat as well, and so I'll respond if I see something on their chat. That said, it's wonderful to be streaming today. Hopefully nothing crazy with work. So far, I've had no messages to make me worried about work right now. Staff seem to be doing okay. So I was actually a little bit nervous. So, all right. Akai is really wow. Akai might take this. Okay, and Crazy Drunk's Leifei is no joke.
GG's,
Good,
okay.
congratulations to Akai. Hey Akai, just unmuting my mic for a second to say congratulations. I saw you just got the win on Vanox Leifei, and that is no joke at all. All right, good luck next round.
First win against him.
All right, here we go. All right, hey, good to see you, Kai Leverstal. Thank you for the what's up earlier. It's gonna be good to see you in here. No, we got lag. My hard drive must still be seeking. Is my hard drive still seeking? Do not give me the win. Do not give me that win. It gave me the win. No hard drive issues. So I apologize to Kyla Bristol. I don't know. It just, that was really laggy. That was bad. So that's why I apologize on the Kai stream. So yeah, right now I checked. My hard drive is not accessing. Or my hard drive is working fine. So it's not the hard drive. Yeah, it should not have given you the loss. I'm sorry about that. Damn. Let me see if my daughter's still playing. Is still on. Because she knows that she's supposed to be off for the 2 hour period. Aria, I need you to do the offensive video chat. Remember from 11 to 1. It's already like, yeah, I gave this
GG's Big Louie.
Okay, so K-Lever, my K-Lever, my daughter was on
group chat is a leak done for today.
My daughter was on
nope,
video chat despite me telling her not to. So I'm really sorry about that.
Here's if the leak is actually running. So once this leak is done, the room should show up again for people to join and leave.
Alright, let's see how this plays. Good. There's still some lag though. Okay, it's doing a little better there. We're not seeing some lag.
Chan Chan.
Yeah, good games, Akai. Connection's a little better, but that was kind of stuttery a little bit, but it was what it was. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. All right, good luck next round. Pause Akai's stream. Alright, so we're pausing Akai's stream. Hopefully that'll reduce lag as well.
This is Kyle's second time participating in the league. He's actually a nephew of All Wild. He's started playing BF just recently. Go is strong with in this situation. Kyle pushing time. That's the fourth round. So the room should open up again in about 15 minutes or so. So for those watching the stream, you can join in.
Well, I was able to find a rhythm there.
The second week of the
Good
day.
games, Judah. Good games, King of Carnage. Alright. It's Big Willie? Yep.
Guess blurring M.
Let's see how you've been doing. Good. Good. Nice. Very nice. Nice shot to run. Very nice. Okay, gotta respond faster. Deal with a little lag, but that's okay.
GG splitting up.
Okay, split going. Alright, get these.
Oh, this is me get to watch the stream now. It's Chanchai versus Numbers. Both for Tiger Claw ranks.
No! No, it's gonna disconnect.
Oh. Disconnect from the stream.
I can't believe it gave me the win.
There's still some issues with I see. Well, hopefully these little issues here and there will fix out as the day goes by.
Yeah, I'm really sad about this, about the lag matches. The best match I had so far was with Big Willie. Like it was similar to the match with you. So you and Big Willie, we've had, and Judah. Like there's lag moments, but generally playable. But definitely a couple rounds where it's like, oh, that was rough for both players. What does it show for my connection? It shows green for me. It shows green to everybody.
I'm in the middle of Midwest, and everyone's green to me, so.
Well, it's not always proximity. When it comes to internet, it's not always physical proximity. It's like it's hops, right? It's how many different like stops it needs to make to get from one player to the other. So, all right, looks like the next round starting. Good luck next round. I am tempted to sit out the next round and watch your stream and comment on it. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Anyways, good luck.
Restarting your PlayStation? Sometimes I've seen people have issues restarting the PlayStation.
I think I'll try that. Yeah, I'll probably try that at the end of this. So yeah, I'll try to restart the PlayStation. We'll start the party chat up. So yeah. Also, so what you can do is if you hold the PlayStation button down, then you go to party. You can go to on the bottom, you'll see the player list. You can go to yourself and you can mute and unmute there. Yeah. So that's how like during the matches we can go into mute mic, and that way we're still streaming. Our audio is still streaming to the stream, but we're just not talking to each other. Yeah. Console. I'm holding the PlayStation one. Yeah.
Let's see. I'll try the next round.
There we go. Tricky, you can join, but we're in the middle of the first one. We're almost done with the first one. These things usually only last less than half an hour, but this is like probably in about 10 minutes. And then you can do the warm-ups and yeah. That's right. That's right. Okay. Always worry about Shite's 9K. Nice.
GG's King Carnage.
Okay, let's go set launch. Alright. Good game, Type. Thank you very much. Alright, Blaring, here we go. Blaring's playing really good this morning. Alright. Very good. I see. Very awesome. Awesome. really good game. Really good round. Use the evade to avoid the low throw. So evade will instantly stand you up, and it will defeat a low throw. Good game playing, very good game. He's doing a lot better. He also set me up, and so the thing I had to notice in the first round was that he was going to go for crushing lows. And that meant that I had to be very careful and make sure I wasn't doing too much low punch or low attacks. The second thing was, I think in round 2 I realized that he was better at evading to the back. So I needed to mix in more half circulars that would punish that. They're slower attacks though, so sometimes he did do frame tight. Things that I could have done better. I still need to respond to Vanessa's. She's got a pressure like EX low poke. It's like an EX low, but like it sets her up. It puts her in plus, but she's incredibly up close to you, and so this opens up like a mix-up game. And if you try to hit a button, you're probably gonna lose on it. So it's an interesting setup that I've fought many times, but I still always struggle to pick the right thing. I think the force guess is pretty tough, and I usually lose that guessing game. So it's really good when he used that more. Alright, that was a good opening for that option. Nice. Alright, low punch. Okay, so in this case, I can't cheat against low punch. No problem. Nice. That side turn combo is nasty. Definitely gonna lose this match. Yeah, that's it. Man, good game. Good game. Man, 2 times I used 4P and he did the punch parry. That was awesome. Really awesome, Crazy Drunk. Let's see. Yep, Crazy Drunk's gonna win this whole thing. Good game. Good game. Second place. But second place not on a fairway. So I am going to... I don't know, it's playing better now, so maybe... Okay, muted my mic, so... Okay, Akai's still playing. I didn't want to interrupt his match with Shite. I think he's playing with Shite. So, anyhow, yeah, the last few games played a lot better. Alright, looks like they settled it. Yes, no? No, they're still playing. Okay. Alright. Alright, the results are in. I got second as I expected. Crazy Drunk found some good times to punish my 4P. He did the punch Sabaki. Your mic is still muted, Akai, so just letting you know, but I know you're taking screenshots.
Yeah, I just unmuted. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, no problem at all. So, hey, congratulations, Shite on third. That's awesome. And Akai on fourth. Numbers at fifth. This is a really good room. So, um, the last few games played a lot better. So I might just check out the warm ups and see how that is going. Yeah, so I might check out the warm up, see how that's going. Kai's doing all of the things, the thumbs down and the claps.
Yeah, that's the O button is the boo button, the thumbs down. I keep accidentally pressing O because it's a cancel button.
Yeah, I wish there was a better. I don't know. We're on arcade sticks, so they can't use analog sticks for selecting the emojis. But yeah.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for playing. If you guys can stay for the next league, please do. But the room is open again for those who want to join. Password is 0515. Thanks also to King of Carnage and Kyle Versatile for playing the first league. Just going to post things around. And so one thing that we want to do, like in between leagues and stuff, is talk about various topics in VF. And I think the first one we'll talk about, or try to, is the 1-year anniversary of VF5 Ultimate Showdown is coming up soon. I think it's released at the end of May or the beginning of June.
Well, it was the end of May when it's like at the very end of May when the game came out. But I think the funny tidbit is that right now it's kind of, 1 year ago today, we still had no idea what Ultimate Showdown was, or that what VF Esports was. So they didn't tell us until like a week before the game launched, and they didn't tell creators either. So creators, like, it's amazing how much content the creators came out with in that 1 week period they had to figure out what they were going to do to show VF Ultimate Showdown.
It was surprising that it took they only gave us a 1 week notice before it was released. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, but they were under the gun, right? I mean, we have to remember it's Japan corporate game developer, and Japan corporate is kind of, there are traditions, and this game was a vanity project, an anniversary for Sega project, so they had to they had to release it before the anniversary. Like, that was like the mandate from corporate. And so, what came out the door was actually very solid under that pressure. At the same time, it also meant that the game came out a week before Guilty Gear Strive, so, which was maybe the thing that I would be critical of, but I am really grateful that they made this game. And somebody asked me what I thought, and I'm like, VF is better right now than it was even a year ago, so I'm happy. My VF is a lot better. I'm playing, the community is doing better, and it looks like, I'm very convinced that they're working on the next Virtua Fighter game. So when you consider those factors in, I'm really happy, and I'd rather that they were focusing resources on that new Virtua Fighter game. So I'm very happy with this. So that's my view on that. I'll let you speak.
No, that's fine. It's fine. I'm not a very good talker, so I appreciate you helping me out and talk. But even though it was released during Guilty Gear, I think
a week before, which is the worst.
I think the worst issue was that the release with the wireless, or the connection bar was not working correctly.
Well, so here's the thing. Connection bar not working was relatively okay during the launch period because of the insane amount of people playing Virtua Fighter. However, the problem with releasing a week before Guilty Gear Strive is Guilty Gear Strive was on huge momentum. Everyone knows it had rollback that was really good, enough to the point where people that were saying the mechanics were not their Guilty Gear still dying to play rollback Guilty Gear. And then so the hard part was VF had a very, the shortest runway possible by having a 1 week runway, because the hype machine straight goes to Guilty Gear. Content creators that do multi-game have to choose, and they're going to choose Guilty Gear. So they gave VF a really good due. They gave VF a lot of attention, and we saw 10,000 people on Twitch on like 3 nights, and we were maintaining a very high amount literally until Guilty Gear comes out. And then it's like, yeah, Virtua Fighter was free, everyone was trying it out, and I talked to a lot of players that were loving Virtua Fighter, and they were coming from Guilty Gear. But with the new Guilty Gear came out, of course they got to focus on that. And so I feel like, that said, they do make the bars more accurate later. But it was kind of a non-issue when we had like critical mass. But of course the critical mass disappeared in a week.
Even though it's critical mass, it helped. But the issue is, you get a green connection bar, and you say, yes, I playing with a green connection bar, and then you find out you're playing someone from a long distance and the connection is bad. Yeah. If you're not someone who's familiar with fighting games or play consistently enough, you say, oh, this has very bad netcode, and I don't think the netcode is that bad, but a lot of people has the first impression of that, and so I think that's a major contributing factor to a lot of people. I mean, they had supposed to be 10 million people download the game, right? So how many people later on stopped playing afterwards? So I think that was a big factor for that.
Yeah, here's what I'll say, because I know we're gonna have to move off the topic and carry this conversation another time. But what I will say really quickly then is that I mean I agree that that's an issue, but when you have critical mass, it's less of an issue because traffic, like huge traffic, begets netcode problems. Most netcode problems are solved by having a critical mass, just because of what's available. When you get into niche amount of people, it becomes even more difficult, and you're going to notice those problems a lot more, just because there's a lot less people that are a good match to you within a 2-minute period. So there's a lot that goes on to that. I'm not excusing the issue with the connection bar. I'm saying it's less of an issue when you have an insane amount and the system can pick out really good like connections that are better with each other, as opposed to choosing worse from like bad to worse, right? But we'll talk about that aspect later. But yeah, anyways, let's continue talking about the launch or the 1-year anniversary. Sorry.
Hey, thanks for joining, Tricky. But yeah, so 1 year, we got some, looks like some hint that we should be expecting some features coming out in June from Aoki himself.
Yeah, he definitely. So he left a very vague hint, and I'm very cautiously optimistic. Actually, I'm the type who sets low expectations. So what are my low expectations? My low expectation is Tekken DLC patch, which I thought was going to come out like a month ago, and that like maybe we would have had maybe. Sorry, I'm playing against Crazy Drunk right now. But you know, maybe we would have had like, I was hoping that the 1-year anniversary would be when the Type S comes out. I was hoping that the 1 year would be when Type S, but now I'm like, that's coming Christmas, maybe. Type S is where I hope we get like a ton of costume parts from Final Showdown. But you know, because we still got 2 costume sets to go through. Well, we have 1 more and then Type S. But it's okay. I'm going to take this as a loss, but I am happy to test the connection that it's feeling really good against Crazy Drunk.
That's good.
It's just I can't talk and think, or against Crazy Drunk I can't do it, but I don't mind.
Just focus on your game. Focus on your game. That's fine.
No. I'd rather talk about the chat because I'm happy to move off of it. I just wanted to test the connection was the reason to play, and the connection's good.
So the way they released the first DLC pack,
so yeah,
the Yakuza one. I'm talking about the Yakuza one. Is that it took about 2 months when they first announced it for it to come out. So we're close to that 2 months range.
Is it? I feel like we're gonna hit the 3-month when it comes out.
The way it's done differently though is they teased the the old file showdown costume types. And they then just like 1 week before the Yakuza DLC pack was released, they released information that, oh yeah, we're doing Yakuza stuff. So I wonder if they're doing a reverse, in which they're teasing the popular stuff, the Tekken DLC, or could we be expecting even more awesome information when the DLC pack is actually released? So we'll see. But
Yeah.
I'll go with what I saw in Spider-Man No Way Home, in which they say expect disappointment and you will not be disappointed. So I'll stick to that.
Just set low expectations. I think they'll announce VF esports stuff. I think when people kind of make a comment about like how the esports is just Japan only, I'm happy that they're doing just even that, right? I'm happy that they're doing that they're trying to support competitive play in Japan. And so I'm happy that they're doing that. So I'm expecting, we're gonna have an esports event and an announcement for the next iteration of the seasons or events that are lined up. I think they're gonna do maybe a couple more alcoholic drinks, which we can't buy, but we wish we could.
We got three action figures already advertised. Akira, and I think it's Jackie and Wolf has been announced that you're making.
Wait, did they announce that?
Yes, they announced Jackie and Wolf will be.
When did they announce that? I missed that announcement.
At the finals of the season 2 Challenge Cup. Not season 2. The second Challenge Cup.
Yeah.
They just posted some computer graphics of the 2 action figures.
Okay.
But
I'm excited for
one.
that. I pre-ordered Akira, so I'm definitely gonna pre-order Wolf and Jackie. And on top of that, I do have a certain case in mind for each of them, which is like a light up case, so with the rotating pedestal. So I'm happy. I've already ordered some figure stands too for the Akira. So.
Okay, so we'll have one more match and then we'll start the second league of the day.
What other thing do you think are you expecting them to what on your low expectation list? What do you think they might also put out?
I think there's going to be some quality of life improvements. How much of it, I'm not sure, but
expect one, one good one.
But listening to the Japanese players, they're constantly saying how Aoki is actually paying more attention to them and gathering feedbacks. But I know that there's a small team working on it.
Yeah.
And just Aoki posting expects more stuff. Hopefully it's just not all about events in Japan.
Right.
I do expect some quality of life. I mean, I take Street Fighter 5 as an example. And Aoki was mentioning this also during his talk with Harada in his Harada's Bar episodes. Mm-hmm. They kind of use Street Fighter as an example. And so I think hopefully Street Fighter 5 was released kind of with a lot of lack of features. Hopefully, optimistically, there will be some quality of life as the time goes by. Because we're expecting the next VF will come out in maybe 3 years or 4 years at earliest. So
no, it for sure. We'll make that another topic when we talk about the next Virtua Fighter, what it should be in. There's definitely a lot of thoughts. I have a ton of thoughts, but I know you have a ton of thoughts too. But no, I think that's good. So I do think it's important to note, though, Aoki has been, for a Japanese developer, let's count them as a small team. Okay, he has been making his presence out there. That alone is not just Virtua Fighter esports. That's saying that Virtua Fighter is being worked on, and I think it's a big deal. It's less access than what Western audiences are used to from Western developers, but it's still, to me, it speaks volumes, and that's why I'm so optimistic. And I just have to tell myself, okay, live long enough to see the next Virtua Fighter. So.
Long, prosperous life. Yes, a long life.
Yeah, good motivation to go to the gym, eat better. One of my friends, lost his sense of taste and smell, and I said that really it's horrible. But I did let them know that the silver lining is now you can eat your vegetables like like a lot easier.
Yeah, I lost a sense of taste and smell for a couple of days when I got COVID. So
I'm glad it was
can
only
understand.
a couple days.
Yes, I'm glad too. All right,
I heard.
All right, we're going to start the league now, so we'll continue talking after this. So good luck, everyone.
Good luck, Akai, and all right, I'll see you on the battlefield in the arena. Hey Jimmy, thank you very much, man. Thanks for the support. All right, I am playing with a Golden Fanta lever. It is great. It is very much a Fanta lever, high quality one, and the diagonals are a lot easier. I still have to get used to Fanta diagonals because I still have to kind of reach, but these are way it's noticeable. Nice, good. So I gotta remember that Strike Fighter is pretty defensive oriented, so throws are actually really good against them. And always a reminder that I will do a pounce if I don't see a roll. I won't always do that, but I do that a lot. Yeah, he's back. It's wonderful to see him. Man, punishing my 2P. It's like I can't do a 2P because he's going to do a 9P or 9K. But if I botch something, I need to be very careful and alert. So, wrong direction. I cannot do anything. Good round. Good round. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, good game sight. Oh, good countering options, high damage against any low I do. So, it's good stuff. And I got the wrong range against Eileen too. Alright. Yeah, no, Shai played really good. He got third place. It was Crazy Drunk up first, I got second, and Shai got third. I didn't get a fair. I was not fair second place though because my connection was. I think my PS4 was really slow, and it lagged everything up for like a lot of games, and then it was at the end of the league that like the matches felt more normal, or felt more like online matches. All right, okay, here we go. I gotta take advantage of the fact that Akai will, like there, Akai is putting themselves at, in Nitaku, and I need to punish that. That is one of the things about Akai's game. Ring out, yes, no. failed the ring out. Okay, so with the Kai's game, that the two-handed up, the risk for that is being put in Itaku, and Kai doesn't always like being in Itaku, so I need to take advantage of that. And I wasn't confident enough to properly to do the combo there. So you gotta do half circular mids or throw. No, bad choice. So I throw is the correct option, but I did the wrong thing there. But also, so I get to kind of need to throw on the Nitaku and then choose the moments when I want to do, when I want to launch. But the launch is kind of tough with Leon. You know, it's, you know, the problem with like 4-6K is it's weak to like evade, throw, escape, to evade. Cancel, evade, throw, escape. Okay, let's see. Am I fighting? Alright, retro, here we go. We will teach you the Leon matchup sometime. Nice. Alright. Good game, Miss Retro. I believe they're streaming also. I think Tricky mentioned that in the other. Which, so yeah. Let's see. Alright, good game. Alright. See, Crazy lost to Tricky. Tricky's on a roll. Where's Tricky? There. Yeah, Tricky's on a roll. They were on the bye. Okay. Always getting used to full color sounds. Sound of like the washer on them is always interesting. Again, I'm playing on a Golden Fanta stick, and it's really good, but it is also very much a Korean Tekken stick. The long throw is a tricky thing to deal with for VF, but it allows, the potential is that it opens up different techniques and stuff, but VF has never required too much crazy technique. So that's kind of why Korean levers are a stronger thing for Tekken than they are for Virtua Fighter. Japanese levers are great for Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter is pretty much built for them. But the Golden Fanta Stick addresses my the challenges I had using a lot of the Korean levers by making the diagonals easier, and it does it in a very interesting, unique way. Okay, So Tricky says they're recording, but they're not streaming. So they will post these matches up, which is good. It'll be great to see their perspective. All right, Numbers, here we go. Let's have a good fight. Let's have a good fight, Numbers. Very good first round. I'm not feeling it today, but let's do this. Inputted late. I'm hitting throw a little too early. I don't know what that's about, but it's all good. Really good game. Really good game Numbers. I kind of put pressure back on him. Alright. Alright, let's see if Tricky wins this one. They already got crazy drunk, so there's a high chance Tricky will win this one. I am not feeling sharp at all today, but I'm having fun. Having a lot of fun. Trying out a new lever, it's really good. And then, but I am doing some stuff late or early. I don't know which. I need to figure that out. I've been throwing when I'm not in range. But sometimes it's just the opponent ducking long enough. So I gotta work on that. I also... I've misgauged the range, and so there's been a few times where I just did throw whiffs because I just wasn't in range. So that's been interesting. I need to address that. But not get obsessed over it. Just kind of reset, take everything as they are, because in VF you need to be able to see all the problems as what they are, not as the one you're obsessed with. One of the biggest, so this game is very easy to tilt in. It's also easy to tunnel vision. Yeah. So, but it's gonna be hard to fight Crazy Drunk today. It's already been hard, but let's see how we do. Okay, diagonals. Interesting drop. So this round we suddenly experienced a drop. It was sharp until then. Nice. That was beautiful. Alright. Went for neutral. Okay, went for neutral one. Getting crazy? Oh, that was stressful. I still need to sharpen up a lot though. But thank you very much. Alright, we get to watch Tricky versus S Retro. Alright. Let's see how Tricky is feeling online today. Okay, so Tricky wants S Retro to low punch interrupt this string. S Retro might not be used to this that you should just stop strings in VF. Of course, Eileen is scary because Eileen's cancel game makes their strings more scary. S Retro does play with other fighting game tendencies, like the evade and the throw was something that would come out of another fighting game. I haven't been playing Lao lately. I want to, like as Lao. Not lately, but I still love playing as Lao. Dude, yeah, up knife is so good. Such an amazing move. Really? I'm excited to see the combo. Yeah, Lao's up knife is such an amazing move. It's one of the strongest in the game. Such a good mid that's like safe, but can like that if you have the skill is insanely powerful. You get huge combos, and you can also mix, not really mix up, but you can pressure with it after it. Man, awesome. Oh my god, more than Half-Life. Does it require a wall or no wall? That is nuts. I can't wait to see it. I see. That is tough, yeah. It's a high whiff punish and does over Half-Life. That's insane. Especially with that move. But does it require... So is it recovery hit? Is it a recovery hit combo? Or does it require counter hit? So I think recovery hit's all you need with that move. 200. Man, I want to see that combo. Okay, so as long as it's recovery hit, that's insane. Will it do more than Half-Life with just the recovery hit, with just the 25% bonus, not the 50% bonus? Anyways, either way, that's an amazing thing. But it is what Lao has and Lao needs, though, because Lao is a whiff punishing machine. But Lao has trouble with a lot of other aspects of the game where they're not bad at them, they're just not as good as a lot of other characters at a lot of other areas of the game. But Lao's ability to whiff punish is nuts. Nice. Very good. Way to turn that around, Blurring. Okay, let's focus. I think that was a ring out. Oh, it's gonna be a while before I get used to Fanta Stick. It's really good, but it's just a long throw. Like, I just felt myself feel uncentered for a while. Good game. It's gonna be a while before I get used to the stick. It's got really good points. There's a lot of cool stuff it could do. But long throw is just a very different feel. Even when it's easy, when you don't have to use the full throw. You could like input with tiny motions, and you could do long motions if you want to do more precision finding of directions, which is not a VF thing there. That's more of a 2D and Tekken thing. So it's really interesting. But I can see where the long throw gets me confused sometimes, because once you make like an error, you kind of are trying to correct it, you know, like you're like, is it me? And that's what I'm used to doing with like a Sanwa. If I make an error, I'll rotate the stick, or I'll adjust like how I'm moving. In this case, I'm just not used to long throw. So, and let's switch up. Alright. It's true. Alright, let's go, Tricky. Very nice. Alright. Nice. Good game. Good round. Okay, thanks. Alright, good game, Tricky. I'm pretty sure there were rough parts for both of us, but thank you. Good games, I understand. Thank you, Jimmy. Oh no, Tricky's still gonna win this one though, I think, with, what's their score? Yeah, plus 15, there's no time that they'd have to lose the next game, and I'd have to win it. And their next matchup is Blurring, which is a good matchup. But yeah, it's gonna. But this very good stuff. Competitive fight. We both took Crazy Drunk, so I'm happy. I was lucky. No, I lost to Crazy Drunk, right? Yeah. No, I lost the numbers. And I barely won on Crazy Drunk. Yeah. Alright, Juicebox, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting good rest today. I think you said that. Yeah. So I hope you're resting well today. It sounds like resting will power you up for the week. And but glad to hear that you had a good stream yesterday. Yeah, we'll fight long sets, but today I don't know. Today I feel more random than normal, like not in a good way, But part of it's also that I'm trying a new stick out, and I'm trying to use a type of stick that's actually very difficult for me to use, or not difficult, but has its challenges, right? Which is a very long throw Korean, totally Tekken style stick. So I'm using like the Fanta stick today, and this one has easier diagonals than most Fanta sticks. It's really good, but it's funny how my brain plays tricks on me when once I make an error, and then what I do to try to overcorrect it. Yeah. All right, Big Willie, here we go. Big Willie was doing good last time we fought. Nice. Kind of punishing the desperate low at the end. So good game, Big Willie. Alright, I'm going to congratulate Tricky. I'm 100% sure they won the whole thing. Akai is done with their match, so I think you're done with your match, right, Akai? So let's see here. So yeah, that was a good second league. I had better connections this time. Tricky, congratulations. They definitely got first place. And I'm happy I got second place in that because, yeah, they're crazy battles. Was not perfect connections. I'm not going to say that's what the case. It was just way better than the first league. So that was progress. And progress doesn't always feel as sublime. But this felt way better than that first batch. So let's see here. Yeah. So Kai, you're probably still on mute on my stream. Alright, congratulations, Tricky. I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Congratulations, Akai, third place. I got second. Very excited for that.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know that I was muted. I'm still not very good at this.
No, just it's a learning curve. Yeah, no worries about it at all. It's a learning curve for me too. That's how it goes. And I just had a lot of experience with similar, so that's why I kind of self-consciously go like, oh, double check the mic.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm bad at, when people ask questions like on stream, I don't read them, and I need to read the question, like repeat the question. Like, so I'm bad at repeating the question.
Alright, so we got about 15-minute break before the next league. Depending on how many people is in the third league, we might call this the last one.
Hey, Shai, thank you very much. I saw that he's saying good games to everyone. Shai, thank you very much. I'm really happy to see you back at VF. Do practice, but you played great today. You played really good, so thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks Tricky also for stopping by in the room.
We got such an awesome match here with numbers and crazy drum. However, what is the next topic today?
Let's see. I have a list just to help us make sure we have something to talk about each time. And I think
Was it the community one?
Online and offline community.
Yes, wonderful topic. Wonderful topic.
So, personal feeling, I feel like we are already a pretty small community, but there's so many niches within our small community too. And
Yes.
trying to find a way to bridge between all of it together. And not sure if that's actually even possible, but it's something I would like to try.
Well, I think so. Bridging the communication, as I said, some of it's already some of it is there, more than you expect. So one of the things is that there's always going to be a silent part of the community that does play or has their own personal private scene, but they may come out to offline events, and you might not ever hear them online, but at offline events you'll see that. Whenever you look at the offline event reports, you always hear about players you've never heard about in any other context. So there are definitely more players, and that's still the case. Even in Colorado, there's a player that I haven't heard, that I didn't hear about until I saw people talking about the event. New York, same thing. So we're in this period where the offline community is happening again. That is really wonderful because VF often does have tiny pockets of community action. They don't all get reported, but they happen. And there's efforts like yours, like Brooklyn Arcade has kind of the community together, which is, Cruz, iFix Machine, Tricky, and Harpooneer, and others. Cowtow Robinson came out that way. They made way for Griffey Bones, who's from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has a lot of good players that are offline players. So we're in a good position for offline to be building back up. It's already has been. Arizona has a scene. Juicebox has been playing with a few other players, teaching them VF, and I actually know a couple other good players that play VF that are in the Phoenix area as well. So I think we're poised to have good pockets of offline activity like we did have in the past, and we also poised to have decent activity online with, I have no trouble finding matches because I know a lot of strong players, but I also talk to a lot of developing players, and I do spar with them too. So I think we've got that. Look at who we've got in the room today now. Koen Raku is really good, by the way.
Yeah, it's a Kage player.
Yeah, his Kage is so good. I haven't fought his Jackie.
He's also from the
Snake Eyes
Northwest,
is
I
always.
believe.
What's that?
Koen Raku is also from the Northwest, I believe.
I think I heard that. I'm not sure. I know that LD Wells is, but that's awesome if Koen Raku is, because I really like fighting them. A lot of intense matches with them. So
thanks for also joining Snake Eyes, Koen Raku, and the Rock Reaper. There's about 4 more matches before we start the third league of the day, and 10 people. That's nice.
We'll make it clear. Look, offline VF is the best VF, but online VF is always going to exist because there are a lot of people that can only play online as well. Dennis 0201, it's almost impossible to imagine that he can play offline more than 3 times a year because of family and work, so he's always going to be online, even though he's one of the strongest offline players, but we're going to have quite a bit of both. The online activity is going to feel lighter because of the more offline activity that's happening. Not everybody is ready to play offline yet, so that's going to be, some people are holding out like me. I'm not quite ready. Like, I am ready on my terms. So I've set up, you guys know that I set up like an offline session in a garage, in an open garage.
Yeah, COVID-19 actually prevented me from going offline, because I actually see my parents every week. So they're elderly. I didn't want to possibly get them infected with COVID.
Right.
So
So
now that
everyone has their situation, but everyone has their comfort level too. So that factors in. But we are seeing offline back. We've seen players that are so hungry for offline, and a lot and you know, yeah, we're at this point where a lot of people understand there are personal risks that they're going to take or risk, but it's their decision, you know, and that's what we see in restaurants, and that's what we're seeing with with fighting games now too. We also see some people that learn to love certain parts of the online part, and some people can only do the online part. So there's always going to be both and plenty, and I think it's going to be healthy. I think it's going to be healthy for VF.
I think it'll be healthy because before there was online, my matches I have is maybe once every month, driving 2 hours back and forth.
Awesome juice.
So it's nice to have online option.
Yes. Well, 100% because the best VF you can see will be offline. I mean, it like everyone knows that I'm very, especially right now, I like the way that online VF plays because it's way better than 10 years ago, than 8 years ago. 8 years ago, most of the players were still playing Wi-Fi. Totally different than what's happening now, right? And so I give Tekken 7 credit. I give Tekken 7 credit for shaming the fighting game community into playing with wired connections.
More people also have a fiber optics option. That really improved my gaming experience online.
Right, but even if they have the fiber optics, some people don't know that their PlayStations have to manually be set to wired connection. That it's still going to go Wi-Fi if you don't tell it not to do that. You know, so Tekken 7 used its critical mass, its clout, you could say, to really shame the player base into using more wired connections, right? And that's a good thing because that wasn't what we had during the early days of Final Showdown. I personally did not hate Final Showdown's online play, but I felt like it was such a different game that playing it was a little too much for me because I couldn't use backdash. I could not use backdash like the way you would do in offline. I mean, it's one thing if you have to adjust your flow charts and if you have to kind of adjust your timing on your buffers, but it's totally a different thing if like you literally have to change the way you play your character and be like, okay, like whole toolboxes are gone from my game, you know. And that was what I felt in 2014, that I had trouble managing it. But I also felt greatly disadvantaged by doing offline only for 6 years. The disadvantage with going offline only for 6 years was my lack of matchup experience, right? I would have fought a lot of Akiras if I had played online more. And because I didn't, I had like very minimal Akira experience as late as last year. I have a lot of matchups that I just have been focusing on the past year. And so I feel like as a VF player, sometimes, you know, you gotta balance both. You know, you're lucky if you're like in New York, or if you can get all the LA guys out together, then you're lucky too. Or if you're in a Colorado, but that's up to the players. We have to make those offline scenes flourish. And I do have access to a lot of players in Portland actually that play VF. Thing is, they all like to play the same characters, and I only play one, right? I'm not playing all the other characters. I do it a bit. So they've seen me beat up a lot of people with Sarah or with Aoi or even Lao, but you know, in the Northwest 10 years ago, everybody was playing Brad, and so it's like if I look like I'm doing well against Brads because I fought so many Brads, you know, including Renzo, right? Renzo is a person I play every year, and we get along really well, and we play a lot of VF, you know. So, so yeah.
But I'm just surprised at how many people would play VF or is interested in playing VF.
A lot more than people think.
We just don't know.
A lot more than people think, and you don't know.
I'm keeping track out now of how many people in the St. Louis area has played or has shown interest online and offline, and I got a list of 17 people, and that's a nice amount of people. Just if we could even get half of them to show up to meet and play like on a regular schedule. Friday I got to. I think we had 3 setups, and 6 or 7 people play VF, and so that was pretty nice. At least for the St. Louis region, it's not something that we usually have. The fortunate to have a nice venue and people to show up and play. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, and Juicebox is making awesome points on my stream. I'll have to copy paste it later, but some points that I could bring up too is that in VF the game is really in depth. There's a lot to learn, a lot of ways to get better for a long time. That's why this game has not gotten boring in over 10 years. And this matters because you don't need to have the biggest scene to have the most rewarding VF experience. You'll have a very incredibly rewarding VF experience even with a small scene. I know 2 guys who were part of my scene, but they had to move, and they just love playing VF together, and they play high-level VF, you know? They just keep challenging each other, and that you only need one really good opponent to keep you happy for decades. You know, but it's better to have more, and VF actually has a good amount of players, and it has a lot of offline players. It has some online. A lot of VF players tend to be analytical, and that means that there's a lot that tend to be introverted, and so because of that, we just don't hear from them all the time. They don't always post on VFDC even, but then you look at like some of my posts getting like 2,000 views on VFDC, right? So
that's good.
All right, let's do this. Good luck.
And thanks for everyone showing up. We'll continue talking a little bit after this too.
All right, Inga, here we go. Let's do this. Nice. Good game, Anchor. Good game, ATM. It's good to see you again, my friend. Let's do some sparring again soon. Alright, Wells fam is here. Yay, Northwest represent even more. If Coin Rock is Northwest, that'd be awesome. Need to get them right. Let me see if I can get Juicebox's full message. Very good game, Anchor. ATM, I hope we get to play more soon. Sorry. Alright. Good games. Let's see. I've been doing okay. I've been doing work has been a little stressful, but not too bad. Everything I worried about this weekend, kind of like we were able to manage it, so it's okay. Um, but I'm doing all right. Doing good. I haven't played VF the whole week except Monday, so I wish I was able to play more. Alright, so Juicebox says, in Phoenix, Punker and Dragon Ninja play. Punker has been playing online a lot, yep. And we got a couple guys interested in learning cool stuff, I agree. What is considered a reasonable reaction greatly changes based on skill, but also connection. VF has so much extra depth if your reactions are strong. 100%. VF has a lot of depth in a lot of different directions, though. And yeah. That was good. Oh my god, that's so good. So, man, 6 PP combos against Taka, like, it's hard because you have to stance check in that situation. The stance check is just slightly hard. I used to be better at that during vanilla, but during Final Showdown, I'm not. I need to work on that. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm going to be working on stance checking that combo. Because if you start out as open stance or start out as closed stance, but you were open stance after the launch, Leon's 6 PP goes into 6 KK. If it's the other way, you started out as open stance, or after 6 PP you are closed stance, Leon has to do 6 PP for 4 KP plus K. So those are good damage against Taka, and it's great for Takas that like to do like the low swipe. You can evade and do 6 PP right away and do the combo, but you need to stance check it. It's pretty rough, but it's so worth it, and it's strong in the matchup. ATM, how have you been doing? You've been doing all right. I'm happy to see you on the VF here. I haven't been on VF as much to know if you've been on as much, but I'm happy to see you. I think the Akai League is a wonderful place to play a lot of different players and get like just gain lots and lots of experience, try stuff out. You know, I'll call it semi-competitive. It's like it is competitive, but it doesn't have to be purely competitive. It can be developmental. Yeah, work does that. I know, same here. So I feel you. Good luck to us both at work, you know. Good luck to us both at work. Though I'm not gonna lie, I personally am always gonna care about VF. It's the way I am. But priorities are more important, and it's good to have the priorities. I feel you. So, let's see here. Alright, numbers. Yay, let's do this. I think numbers has beat me every time today. Except for like, it was because of a disconnect, if not. So I think he's won every time. Alright, numbers, let's do this. Congratulations on runner-up in the tournament yesterday. was able to get this off. Your game numbers. I'm glad I pulled that one off. Yeah, no, it's that's what leisure time is for. Yes, gotta do the things you enjoy, and yeah, for me that's usually VF or messing around with arcade levers and buttons. Lately, those are like the two things I enjoy. Oh, and I've been playing a lot of Go with my kids. And I'm loving that so much. So. Oh, Tricky had jumped out. Okay. Tricky, thanks for playing in the league, though, today. I know that Tricky is super competitive, so the hard part with something like the league is kind of the mixed connections and aspects, but they did get the win, so I'm happy for them. And, you know, and I think it was still a lot of fun. But it was also, the connection was what it was. And it's really bad for me earlier in the first league. But other people had good stuff, and I think it was good. Let's see. I haven't fought Snake Eyes in quite a while. It's going to be an interesting match. Let's see. Am I on a... Okay, so now we're watching. We're spectating right now. Which match will we spectate? Alright, we've got Akai versus Inga Damasus. This is a good match. ATM is playing as Leon. Are you able to switch characters in this? Yeah. Let's see here. That's awesome. I didn't know you could switch characters in League. That's kind of funny. Alright. It's all good. You're focused on the offline game because you're going to be playing in an offline tournament, and I'm cheering for you. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Round two. Ready, go!
Yeah, the thing I really need to do against Akai is I really need to Nitaku that double hand palm, the double palm. Or the uplift, I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah.
Round three.
Yes, 100%.
Go!
Let's see. Yeah, no, it's awesome where reactions take you, especially in VF, and especially in the offline game. It's nuts.
Round four.
Let's see here.
Ready, go!
Like with Leon, it's supposed to be the eye poke. The eye poke is really like will net me certain stuff. Yep. But I think that's what's fun about it is that there are players that will rely more on guessing, and there are players that rely more on reacting. And of course, both is optimal. So that's like Adam, Yuki, and GT. Well, GT is not even like guess; it's like no. his reads are on point, and Adam's guess are Adam's adaptability is nuts. Adam does have good reactions, yeah. Yep, option selects. Alright, here we go, Reaper. Oh my god, I'm so not used to long throw. Nice. Yep. Gotta get used to this controller. It's okay, I accepted it when I took on the channel. Need to 4K that. Beat the EX highs. Good. That was good. Good round. Okay. Good game. Good game. I botched a lot of stuff. That was good. Good game, Reaper. Let me see. Yeah, so the thing that you do gotta watch out for with options like VF though is just make sure you're covering the lows, because the lows are usually the option select breaker. So
Round one. Ready, go!
Yeah, no, that's the awesome thing though, is that your Eileen has that option. Nice, that was a good choice.
Round three. Ready,
Nice, LD Wells. Good game, LD Wells. Yeah. Well, I think so. I mean, I think when we played the like 2 weeks ago, I think that's what I saw giving you trouble were some of the lows from different people. But of course, you were also crushing a lot of them too. So it's not like you earned interest, right? When Eileen does a 9K against a low, that's a lot of lows that's gonna have to make up for that one blow up, you know. So Jimmy, you have really good reads. Let's see here. Numbers versus masses. Well, so there are many modes when you play VF, offline and online. There's a kill mode, which is a hypersense mode. There's a focus mode, but there's also cruise control. And cruise control, it's important to understand how you manage your reaction and your brain function, basically. Interesting. Nice. Hey, Tricky, have a good one. Nice. Alright, let's see if I can dig myself back out of this. Good game, Blaring. Good game. I couldn't do anything. That was really good stuff. He's come up with a game that really countered me very well. That was really good. Good job, Blaring. Anyways, one of the points I was going to make on reaction times, though, is that reaction times are also sensitive. If you don't go back towards a read-based play sometimes, then it does mean that you're going to be like that reaction game is as moody as you are. So you do see players that normally do have a good reaction time totally get are totally out of it on some days, even in offline, and they're just not feeling it. And so you kind of have to manage both as a player, and it's really strong in VF to be able to manage all these different modes of play. So yeah. Yeah, with Punish is a lot of read base because it's a lot of setting it up. It's a really good observation, Jimmy. It's a really good point. Let's use the delay kick. Good thing I recognize side chair. Nice. Good job, Akai. Good game. Snake Eyes next. Okay. Akai, again, I want to thank you very much for today. This is always a wonderful time, and I really enjoyed also doing the group chat as well. Alright, Snake Eyes, let's do this.
Round one.
It's Godoku-kan.
Round three. Ready?
Nice. I should have evaded. You only have to evade to have front. It's pretty easy. Okay, I really need to adjust the stick there. Alright, let's do this, Godok. That was rough. So not used to long throw sticks. It's I missed a lot of stuff with the long throw of the stick. So like 4K couldn't do it off of backdash. So I have to get used to using not hitting the wall. It's like, oh, I didn't hit the wall yet. Do micro technique. It was very, very intense. So you know, you go from going like Japanese lever with like this much throw to like Korean lever, which is like this much throw. Like moving the stick this far from neutral. You know, so it's different. It feels good actually. It's cool. It's just so different. Just like wow. Like my brain is like when I make an error, my brain is like trying to figure it out, and it's doing all the wrong things. Like my hands are trying to correct in a different way. But it's fun. This is what Tekken sticks like because of the insane techniques on those games. Oops, throw. Couldn't even do 6 XP there. Alright. Couldn't even do 6 XP. I'm not used to like how much I need to get back to neutral, I guess. Good game, Big Willie. Thank you very much. I'm glad that Anger the Masses and Big Willie are getting inspired by each other's Leon. It's really good. It's really good stuff. You love to see it. Alright. Well, it's very clear that Crazy Drunk will win because they will have more points than me even if they lose. So, good game. Akai's still playing, so I won't jump on the mic. Look at that. Oh my god, Akai and I are almost tied. Almost tied. Congratulations, Crazy Drunk. There's an 11th round. Really? What the hell? Okay, I forgot. All the way here. Alright, here we go. Koen Raku. Oh, this is rough. I can lose this one very good. I can very well lose this match. Koen Raku is strong. And if I screw up my... It's tough. Look at that. So strong. Back throw again. Very good. Very good round. That was a satisfying round. I think so too. Yep, just wait for it and he did it. I'm gonna so lose this game. Really good game. Konrak is doing, just has to wait. And I'm not in control of myself today. Nice. Oh my god, that's it, ring out. I got away with murder. That was such a good Oki. Alright, good game. Good game, Konraku. That was awesome. Konraku takes second, I think. That was awesome.
You can't beat me with that.
Alright, really good game. Nope. Alright, awesome game, Konraku. That was really good. Good reads. Alright.
Alright, so
Reaper.
Chan Chai won that. Mean to play.
Thank you so much, Akai. I had a wonderful time and it was good chats. Wow, Reaper and I tied for second. That's awesome. Wow.
Oh, was it tied for second? Oh, I
Yeah,
misread
tied
it.
for second.
Okay.
Yeah, same score. So, and Konraku beat me up really good in the last game. Like that was he read everything. I'm glad I got the win on Crazy Drunk. But yeah. So- awesome stuff, man. You have a good one. Take good care. I hope you and your family do very well, and keep it up. This our VF community is so much fun, and it's gonna be fun for a long time.
Yeah, thanks everyone for participating, and thanks Chan Chai for trying out this talking between us on different VF topics. Hopefully we can improve on it. Yeah.
Don't worry,
and,
you did better than you thought. That's how it always works.
Actually, when I'm just talking by myself, I feel like I stutter a lot more, and I have no idea what I'm trying to say. So I'm glad that I have you talking back and forth with me, so I can make more coherent sentences.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, let's call this the Chenkai fusion chat thing or something.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
But we'll keep it up, and I think we're starting to feel a rhythm, and it's really good. I really enjoy it.
I'm also gonna try like whenever we do these VF topics talk, maybe also edit a video just to combine the parts that we actually just making VF discussions. But let's see how long that actually takes. If it takes too much time, then most likely not. But if it's easy to do, then I think I'll try to do that also.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. Whatever works for you, man. It sounds really good.
Okay. So yeah, let me go raid somebody who's still playing. Are you still playing today?
I'm actually gonna do lunch for my kids before I play some more. So I think I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, it's 1:30. That is kind of late for lunch.
Yeah. But I had an awesome time, and usually I do an after session, but I think today we'll do lunch break, and then we'll take it from there. All right.
Let me see who's streaming live still, so I can raid.
Let's see.
Okay, I see Super Retro who earlier participated. I'll go raid his channel.
Yep. Usually him or Blurring, so definitely, yeah, let's support him. I'll send a raid that way too. So,
okay.
Thank you so much, Akai.
Alright, thanks again. And then until next time, guys.
Oh, we've got a lot of streamers today. We've even got Dropkick events. That's wonderful. Let's check what's going on that stream too, because that's usually Montage and Fox. So Dropkick events is usually Montage and Fox. They represent. Well, I don't know where Montage lives now. It sounds like he's in Florida, but he was in LA before.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But he's the organizer of a Combo Breaker.
Yes, he's organizing Combo Breaker. He helped out with Texas Showdown. I would not be surprised if he registers to do the CEO. So.
That's in Florida, right? I think DK mentioned that he might go to that one.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah, we'll see the situation at the time, but I think a lot of people are playing CEO. Juicebox is planning to go to CEO as well. So.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. I'll let you do your thing. I'll do my thing, but thanks again, Akai, very much.
Okay. All right.
Alright, we're gonna send the raid over to Fox on Dropkick Commands. Looks like I had already done it, so that works out. We're already raided. I didn't know that. Am I really? No, I'm not.
I'm actually having issues. My
Twitch is acting up.
Oh, so it's not me.
I think it's Twitch.
Okay.
I think it's Twitch because it says like you already rated them. I'm like, no, I didn't. So, yeah, and it's saying that too. It's saying that about everyone. Okay, Twitch's raid function is broken today.
Okay, so.
Kind of. Let's see if it. Oh, now it's raiding. Okay, so if you're using the PC version, web browser.
Yeah,
and you do the raid, it's going to give you that warning, but in the My Chat section, it's going to pop up like a tiny pop-up that says raid now. It's bugging out, but
I see that now. I see
Yeah,
it now. Okay. That's something new. I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, it's Twitch. Don't worry, it's not you. It's Twitch. So,
Okay. Okay. All right.
all right. Have a good day.
You too.